The fifth one, and this is a very, very important one, the scholar is aware of the hadith and considers it to be authentic, but he also considers it to be mansukh, abrogated. If you don't understand an-naskh wal-mansukh in hadith, you will drive yourself insane. I see it all the time, even in issues of aqeedah, by the way. Alright? You'll take a hadith that the Prophet ﷺ said early on in Islam, and then the Prophet ﷺ reversed that ruling, and you use that hadith and you say, it's in al-Muwatta, it's in al-Bukhari. Right? What do you mean? All right? And that's a very, very, very serious issue. So for example, having to do wudu after eating something that was cooked by fire. Do we have to do that now? Every time we eat food that's been cooked by fire. There is a hadith, there was a time in Islam where if you ate anything that was touched by the fire, meaning cooked food, you had to do wudu every time. All four of the madhabs, though, believe that to be an abrogated hadith. Okay? Also, for example, we find that in the salah, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu says that when the prayer was first obligated, when salah was first made fard, he said that we were allowed to speak in our salah, just like we do in tawaf. We could still talk to each other in prayer. So he said a man would come and he would ask his friend, how many rak'ahs of prayer are left? Alright? Can you imagine that? Assalamu alaikum. How many rak'ahs are we, why is this imam reading Surah Al-Baqarah and Maghrib, right? The point is that they could talk to each other. They wouldn't have these long drawn out conversations. Just like now in tawaf, you got some people hanging, talking on their cell phones the entire way. You got some people that'll say, how many rounds do we have left? How many have we done? They'll say some basic things here and there. Other than that, it becomes excessive. But even in salah at one point, if someone sneezed, you said alhamdulillah, another person said yarhamukallah. Now, there was once where a companion came and he didn't hear the abrogation. So he went out on a journey, and the Prophet ﷺ abrogated that, where salah was now made prohibited. And this guy came in, he said, Assalamu alaikum. He's a companion. He said, Assalamu alaikum. No one said, Wa alaikum assalam. Then he sneezed and he said, Alhamdulillah. No one said, Yarhamukallah. So he got upset. He said, what's wrong with you people? Ma bikum. Right? What's going on with you guys? Why aren't you talking? So the Sahaba couldn't respond to him, so they instead started sending him signs like, be quiet. And he kept talking throughout the salah. Right? Like, did you lose your minds? What's going on with you people? Because he didn't hear the abrogation. Miskeen. He's just talking to them the entire salah. And the Prophet ﷺ, after the salah, he made it clear. He said, look, whoever was speaking, let him know that this used to be halal. So he validated what the man did, but now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited it. Khalas, it's over. Alright? Simple as that. So that's also something, in one case, the abrogations. And even, by the way, we find in Bukhari something that took place. Salah, initially, when people used to do ruku', the Prophet ﷺ, he legislated that instead of putting, in the bowing motion, instead of putting the hands above the knees, on the thighs above the knees, the Prophet ﷺ used to clasp his hands. So when you do ruku', you would basically put your hands between, and you would clasp your hands. All right, there's a podium here, so I can't demonstrate it to you guys. But again, instead of putting your hands on your legs, you'll actually clasp them together. Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu went out on a journey, and he came back, and Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, and he is who he is, was unaware of the abrogation. So Ibn Mas'ud was also putting his hands together when he did ruku', and then it was made clear to Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala anhu that the Prophet ﷺ taught the Sahaba now to put their hands above their knees. So Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu acted in accordance with that. So there are times that a hadith is authentic, but a hadith is abrogated, it's mansukh. And there are times that a scholar might see a hadith, but he'll consider it to be mansukh. Like Imam Malik rahimahullah said, again, about al-Muwatta, that sometimes we leave a hadith so that people can know, أَنَّا عَلَى عِلْمٍ تَرَكْنَا, that there are some things that we left in here, some ahadith, so that people don't say Imam Malik must not have known the hadith. I left it there so that people know that we know the hadith, but we decided to act in accordance with other evidence.